Right. This video is a whole topic. Um, it's about, it's, okay. I'd say it's about anger, but it's not about like level 10 anger. It's about sort of like level 1 anger, really. There was this girl talking, and there's a big trigger warning here, okay? About being sexually abused. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just mentioning that in case anybody doesn't want to watch anything that contains that kind of material. But I believe it's happened to me. I don't remember it. I have some missing time that could be explained by sort of like a temporary multiple personality disorder where I became another personality for a while it was all going on, and then when I was safe I changed back and I don't remember any of anyway. That would explain why I got triggered the way I got triggered. It might be the truth, it might not be the truth, but it's there, you know. So this girl was talking and she said, I want to open it. And that to me, it's relevant that, like, I was on the bus one time, yeah, and this girl said, I said, oh God, I just want to do it with anyone, yeah. And she said, it will open you. And it, I got offended. I got offended, like she was saying that she wanted to, you know, and her mum said, I'm going to throw it down the toilet. And I thought that was an insult as well. You know, throw me down the toilet, you know. And the thing is, holding space for staying calm. Okay, let me just say this. I allowed myself to get level 1 angry, right? And I know that it makes no sense. It only makes sense in the best ever way. Okay, it makes no sense because I allowed myself to get like a little bit triggered. Not triggered enough to be bothered by people's random comments that were happening around me, you know, after what happened, you know, not triggered enough for that, just triggered enough to think, you know, I thought to myself, I'm not sure if I remember just getting angry, yeah, and I didn't say anything, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and she said, he looked at me, I could have him. And that is like a huge compliment. But because of the trauma I'd been through, and because of what I thought the conversation meant, you know, I said no. Um, and I remember when she was gone, and I said, that nasty little bitch, she's a horrible person. And all of these things, they sound like they're negative. They sound like um they sound like okay, let me come at it a different way. Because I got angry, it was healing. It allowed me to realize that she was talking about, say, a pot of yogurt or something, you know, I'm going to open it, she says, and her mother says, I'm going to throw it down the toilet. You know, and getting angry allowed me to realize that. And also, holding anger away can actually trigger psychosis in a stressful situation. So the reason I'm coming at it from this angle is because I'm not used to getting angry. For a long time, it's been something that I just was not comfortable with doing. And it is what it is. I just wouldn't get angry. And now I've discovered that getting angry, albeit a little bit, you know, and allowing myself to become a little bit triggered, healed me. It made me realize that this girl, how can I put this? And her mother, I don't really want to make too much out of it. You know, it's just that the point is that getting angry is healthy. It's healthy. Allowing myself to become a little bit triggered was healthy, because I walked around the supermarket and one girl said something about a dummy. I can't remember exactly what it was. He rang me up and he said, "Where's the dummy?" or something like that, you know, and I found myself appreciating sort of random comments, that being a good example, you know, appreciating random comment, you know, a lot more, you know, and I think it's relevant to say that when this girl and her mother were talking, and she'd said, like, I'm going to open it, I went on the internet and I looked up something like to explain what it means to open someone, yeah? And it came up with being open is just describing opening up about problems, things that bother you, you know, things that bother you, me, anybody, things that bother someone, you know, just opening up and letting it out, you know, what's the matter, you know, and I don't, okay, how long, so if I hadn't have gotten angry and triggered, I would never have learned that that girl and her mother were talking in an innocent way about an innocent thing. I would never would have learned that. I never would have healed that. And you know, I think Teal Swan is relevant here, where she says, like, go into a trigger. If you get triggered, go into the trigger. But I was very careful not to go into the trigger too much. You know, I'm not for going all out, getting as triggered as I can get triggered over something, you know what I mean? But I think this is the end of the video. And again, it's just that anger is healing. And I'll put it this way. I mean, like a psychopath, right, doesn't feel emotions. And I'm clearly not a psychopath, but I have for years and years and years tried my hardest not to feel my emotions. And like maybe that can lessen the strength and lessen the strength of emotions by trying as hard as possible, not to feel them. Maybe it can lessen the strength of emotions and kind of make a person. You know where I'm going with this. Very bad. Very bad. So it's only very recently that I've started to feel my emotions. And I'm learning that they're good. I'm learning that whatever emotion it is, I mean, there's many emotions, whatever emotion it is, it's an emotion. People feel emotions, and like, there's proper ways to deal with emotions, but emotions are good. And anger and allowing myself to be triggered is an emotion. And I felt it and it did me good. And that's the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.